Good morning. Today is section 51. It's May 1831 in Thompson, Ohio. It's for Edward Partridge, and it's concerning the law of consecration. The Colesville branch from New York was being persecuted, and they had given up much to gather to Ohio, and Bishop Edward Partridge was anxious to know how to provide for them. So as they arrived in Ohio, Bishop Partridge asked Joseph how he's supposed to care for these saints, and Joseph was given this revelation. It's all about the law of consecration. It's very like, here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, here's how to deal with this type of person, here's how to deal with this situation. Very instructions were given. Let's see. Not much I want to talk about from this book. And in the Ludlow, there's just one thing. In verses 17 through 18, it says, "Let them act upon this land as if for years." And they talk about this a lot in the podcast. And it says that even though they're only going to be on this land for a little season, he wants them to act upon this land as if they'll be there for years. So, it's like, okay, even though you're only going to, let's say you're in between homes and your real dream is to buy a house, but right now you're renting, and you know you're only going to be here for a little season. Sorry. You're going to be there for a year max, you think, maybe a couple of months. That doesn't mean that you don't take care of the lawn, that you don't take care of the house, that you don't make it look nice, that you don't put curtains up and you don't put pictures up and make it feel like a home. You're supposed to act as though it is for years. You're supposed to be good stewards over your property, your land, what am I trying to say? What you've been given. It says, even though the Lord has just notified the saints that they will be on this particular land for a little season, yet he still asks them to act in regard as though they were going to stay for years. He also indicates that this should be an example in other places. The Lord promised further that all this should turn unto them for their good. The saints would have occasion to remember and follow this advice not only in Ohio, but also in Missouri, in Illinois, and when they immigrate to the Great Basin. So, even though they're driven from place to place to place, they don't just go and not build a home and, don't till the ground and plant and farm. They have to, not work for their support, but I can't think of it, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I think that's all. There wasn't much in the Ludlow, and okay. The law of consecration has never been rescinded. Today we observe it by paying tithes and offerings, accepting church callings, and donating our time and resources. So, when people say, why don't we live the law of consecration anymore? Or why doesn't the Lord require the law of consecration anymore? It's not that we don't or he doesn't, it's that it's changed. We're not asked to do communal living anymore because times have changed and we don't need to do that. But he does ask us to give of our substance to the needy, to those who have less. And also one other note in here, in the verses it says, give according to their wants. That is the 1831 definition of wants, not the 2021 definition of wants. They looked that up on the podcast as well, and it's interchangeable with needs. So it's not, you want 50 acres? Okay, you get 50 acres. It's, oh, you've got 6 kids and you need a bigger farm than this person who has 1 kid. Okay, you get a couple more acres. That type of thing. If you wanted to look up that definition, feel free to do so. Yeah, so that was 51, and tomorrow is 52. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.